Tom Cruise is in his 60s, but when you watch him run across rooftops, hang from aircraft, sprint through action scenes, and move with the energy of a man decades younger, one question becomes impossible to ignore. How is he still doing this? How does a man past 60 still move like that? How does he stay lean, sharp, fast, and focused when many people his age are already slowing down? Now, let me be clear. Tom Cruise is not an average man. He has trainers, he has chefs, he has access to the best professionals. He has spent decades building discipline around his body and career. But that does not mean ordinary people cannot learn something powerful from the way he lives. Because the real lesson is not celebrity. The real lesson is consistency. The real lesson is food discipline. The real lesson is training for function, not ego. The real lesson is avoiding the foods that make the body heavy, inflamed, slow, and old before its time. I am Dr. Adrian, and today I want to break down the reported habits behind Tom Cruise's youthful energy, the foods he uses to support performance, the 3 foods he reportedly avoids, the way he thinks about training, and most importantly, the 4 rules any man or woman over 50 can steal from his lifestyle. But stay with me until the end, because the 3rd food he avoids is the one most people eat without thinking. It is cheap. It is everywhere. It looks harmless, but it can make your face look swollen, your waistline grow, your blood pressure rise, and your body feel older than it should. Let us start with the story. Tom Cruise was born in Syracuse, New York, in 1962. He did not grow up as a guaranteed superstar. He moved from school to school. He faced difficulty. He struggled with dyslexia. He had a turbulent childhood. But what he built over time was not just an acting career. He built a reputation for intensity, discipline, precision, work ethic. He became the kind of actor who does not just show up and say the lines. He trains, he prepares, he repeats, he pushes, he learns the stunt, he runs the scene again and again and again. That is why, when people talk about Tom Cruise after 60, they do not only talk about how he looks, they talk about how he moves. Because looking young is one thing, moving young is another. A person can have a young-looking face and still have an old body. A person can wear nice clothes and still struggle with stairs. A person can hide belly fat under a jacket, but they cannot fake stamina. Movement tells the truth. When Tom Cruise runs, jumps, climbs, and performs action scenes, people pay attention because his body still looks trained for life, not just for pictures, for function. And that is the first lesson. After 50, you should not only ask, how do I look younger? You should ask, can I still move like I am alive? Can I climb stairs without fear? Can I walk fast? Can I bend down and get back up? Can I carry my own bags? Can I react quickly? Can I keep up with people I love? Can I live in a body that still feels useful? That is the goal, not vanity, vitality. Now, let us talk about the 5 foods often connected with Tom Cruise's longevity and performance style. Food number 5 is slow-cooked, lean protein. This includes foods like wild salmon, chicken breast, lean fish, and sometimes lean meat. Why does this matter? Because after 50, protein becomes more important, not less. Muscle is not only for looking strong. Muscle helps control blood sugar. Muscle protects joints. Muscle supports posture. Muscle helps you recover. Muscle helps you stay independent. But here is the mistake many people make. They either eat too little protein or they eat the wrong kind. Too little protein can accelerate muscle loss. Too much processed meat can add sodium, saturated fat, preservatives, and inflammation. The better approach is clean protein in controlled portions. Fish, chicken, eggs or egg whites. Greek yogurt if tolerated, lean meats in moderation, beans or tofu if they fit your body and medical needs. Protein gives the body building blocks, but how you cook it matters. Slow cooking, grilling gently, baking, steaming, or sautéing carefully is different from burning meat over high heat or deep frying it in oil. Charred, fried, processed protein is not the same as clean protein. If your goal is to age well, you want protein that supports recovery without creating a heavy burden. So the Tom Cruise lesson is this. Protein matters, but quality, portion, and cooking method matter too. Food number 4 is berries. Blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, and strawberries are small, but they are powerful. They bring color. They bring fiber. They bring antioxidants. They bring natural sweetness without the same damage as candy, soda, or dessert. Why does this matter for aging? Because oxidative stress is one of the processes that can make the body feel older. Hard training, stress, pollution, poor sleep, sugar, and inflammation can all increase oxidative stress. Berries help support the body's defense system through plant compounds like anthocyanins and polyphenols. Now, I am not saying berries are magic. No berry can erase aging, but berries are a smart replacement. Instead of candy, berries. Instead of cake, berries. Instead of sugary cereal, berries. Instead of dessert every night, berries. That replacement matters, because aging well is not only about what you add, it is about what you remove. And if berries help remove processed sugar from your day, they become powerful. Food number 3 is dark leafy greens. Spinach, arugula, broccoli, beet greens, and other greens are often connected with performance diets because they bring fiber, minerals, antioxidants, and compounds that support blood vessel function. But let me say something important. Not every green is right for every person. If you have kidney disease, kidney stones, high potassium, or oxalate issues, some greens like spinach may need caution. So do not blindly copy a celebrity diet if you have a medical condition. But for many healthy adults, vegetables are one of the most important anti-aging foods. They support the gut, they support blood pressure, they support fullness, they support better blood sugar control, they help replace refined carbohydrates, they help the plate become more balanced. One of the biggest differences between a youthful body and a tired body is not one secret supplement. It is the repeated presence of real food. Vegetables at lunch, vegetables at dinner, greens in controlled portions. Color on the plate, fiber every day. Most people who age badly are not missing one magical ingredient. They are missing consistency with basic foods. Food number 2 is raw nuts in small portions. Almonds, walnuts, Brazil nuts, and other nuts can provide healthy fats, magnesium, selenium, and minerals that support energy and metabolism. But portion control is everything. Nuts are healthy, but they are calorie-dense. A handful can be helpful. A giant bowl can become a calorie trap. This is where discipline matters. People often say, but it is healthy. Healthy does not mean unlimited. The body still counts the energy. If you are trying to stay lean after 50, you cannot snack mindlessly on anything, even healthy foods. A small portion of nuts may help stabilize energy between meals. But if you eat from the bag, you may eat far more than you think. So the lesson is simple. Use nuts as a tool, not entertainment. Food number 1 is a low-temperature vegetable medley. This could include tomatoes, peppers, ginger, beets, broccoli, or other colorful vegetables. Why does this matter? Because color usually means plant compounds. Red means lycopene and carotenoids. Purple means anthocyanins. Green means chlorophyll and magnesium-rich plant structures. Orange means carotenoids. And spices like ginger may support digestion and inflammation balance for many people. A vegetable medley is not glamorous, but it is effective because it helps control the meal. Instead of a giant plate of pasta, you add vegetables. Instead of fried sides, vegetables. Instead of processed snacks, vegetables. Instead of eating until stuffed, you build volume with fiber-rich foods. This is how lean people often eat. They do not rely on willpower alone. They build meals that make overeating harder. Protein plus vegetables. That combination is simple, but powerful. Now let us talk about the 3 foods Tom Cruise reportedly avoids. Food number 3 is refined sugar. This is the big one. Refined sugar can make the body feel old fast. It spikes energy, then crashes it. It increases cravings. It can worsen belly fat. It can affect blood sugar. It can affect skin through glycation. It can increase inflammation in many people. It can make discipline harder because sugar trains the brain to want more sugar. This is why people who eat sugar daily often feel like they have no control. It is not only weakness, it is biology. Sugar rewards the brain quickly. Then the brain asks for it again. And after 50, that cycle can become especially harmful because many people are already dealing with lower muscle mass, lower activity, higher blood pressure, insulin resistance, and poor sleep. The mistake is not having a dessert once in a while. The mistake is letting sugar become a daily identity. Sweet coffee every morning, cookies in the afternoon, soda with lunch, dessert after dinner. Candy while watching TV. That is not a treat. That is a pattern. And patterns build bodies. If you want to look and feel younger, start by removing liquid sugar, soda, sweet tea, energy drinks, sweetened coffee, fruit juice in large amounts. Then reduce daily sweets. Replace them with berries, fruit in controlled portions, plain yogurt if tolerated, or a small amount of dark chocolate if it fits your plan. Sugar is not just about weight. It is about energy, skin, brain, blood vessels, and cravings. Food number 2 is high glycemic bread and pasta. This includes many white breads, refined pastas, pastries, bagels, muffins, and simple starch-heavy meals. These foods can be easy to overeat. They can raise blood sugar quickly. They can create water retention. They can make you feel sleepy. They can increase cravings. And if you are not very active, they can contribute to belly fat. Now, carbohydrates are not evil. Your body can use carbohydrates. But the type, portion, timing, and activity level matter. A small portion of a smart carbohydrate with protein and vegetables is different from a huge bowl of refined pasta with bread on the side. A serving of rice after training is different from constant snacking on bread and pastries while sitting all day. Most people do not need to fear carbs. They need to stop letting refined carbs control the plate. If you are over 50 and struggling with belly fat, energy crashes, prediabetes, or cravings, look at your refined starches. White bread, pasta, crackers, cereal, pastries, biscuits, large rice portions, late-night carbs. These may be keeping your body stuck. A better approach is to build meals around protein and vegetables first, then add carbohydrates based on your body, activity, and medical needs. Food number 1 is fried and processed junk. This is the food category that quietly ages the body from every direction. Fried chicken, French fries, chips, fast food burgers, processed snacks, packaged pastries, processed meats, greasy takeout, sodium-heavy frozen meals. These foods are engineered to be easy to overeat. They combine fat, salt, refined carbohydrates, and flavor in a way that keeps the brain wanting more. And after 50, they can show up fast. Swollen face, puffy eyes, higher blood pressure, heavier body, poor sleep, more reflux, more belly fat, lower energy, stiff joints, and the feeling that you are aging faster than you should. Processed junk is dangerous because it becomes normal. People say, "I only had fast food." Only? For your body, that meal may be a storm. Salt, fried oils, refined carbohydrates, low fiber, high calories, additives, poor protein quality, and then people wonder why they feel tired afterward. If you want to age like someone who still has energy, this category must stop being a daily habit. You do not have to be perfect, but you must stop pretending daily junk food has no consequences. Now let us talk about Tom Cruise's reported morning routine style. It starts early, very early. That alone tells you something. People who age well often protect the morning. They do not wake up in chaos. They do not start the day scrolling for 30 minutes. They do not begin with sugar and stress. They wake with purpose. A simple morning routine could look like this. Wake early, hydrate, move gently, stretch, walk, breathe. Prepare the nervous system. Then train or eat a small protein-based meal. You do not need Tom Cruise's schedule, but you can steal the principle. Own the first hour. If the first hour is chaos, the whole day often follows. If the first hour is intentional, you send your body a different message. Movement in the morning helps circulation. Breathing helps stress. Protein helps muscle. Light exposure helps the body clock. Planning helps food choices. This is not celebrity magic. This is structure. Now, let us build a simple Dr. Adrian version for people over 50. Morning. Drink water if your medical condition allows. Get light. Walk for 5 to 10 minutes. Do simple mobility. Eat protein. Avoid starting with sugar. Midday. Eat protein and vegetables. Control starch portions. Take a short walk after eating if possible. Avoid the afternoon sugar trap. Evening. Eat lighter. Avoid heavy fried foods. Avoid late sugar. Prepare for sleep. Reduce screens. Your body loves rhythm. Aging well is easier when the body knows what to expect. Now let us talk about training. Tom Cruise's training is often described as functional, not just gym muscles. Real movement, running, climbing, fencing, kayaking, strength training, mobility, stunts, balance, grip, agility. This is important because after 50, the goal is not only to look strong, the goal is to be useful. Can you move in different directions? Can you balance? Can you rotate? Can you carry? Can you climb? Can you get off the floor? Can you react? This is functional fitness. Many people train only one way. They walk, but never lift. Or they lift, but never stretch. Or they stretch but never build strength. Or they do cardio, but never train balance. A youthful body needs variety, strength, cardio, mobility, balance, coordination, recovery. If you are over 50, a smart week could include strength training 2 to 3 times, walking or cardio most days, mobility daily, balance practice, and rest. You do not need to train like a movie star. You need to train like someone who wants to keep their freedom. Now here are 4 rules people over 50 can steal from Tom Cruise's reported lifestyle. Rule number 4, graze intelligently, do not gorge. This does not mean you must eat all day. It means avoid giant meals that make you sleepy, bloated, and useless. Some people do better with smaller balanced meals. Some do better with 3 structured meals. The key is controlling energy. If huge meals make you crash, change the pattern. Protein, fiber, healthy fats, controlled carbohydrates, no sugar bomb, no giant late-night feast. Rule number 3, train for function, not just size. Big muscles are not the only goal. You need grip strength, leg strength, core stability, balance, mobility, stamina, reaction. A body that looks good but cannot move well is not the goal after 50. Train for life. Rule number 2, cook lower, cleaner, and stop burning everything. Deep frying and charring food constantly is not the same as cooking for health. Choose baking, steaming, grilling carefully, roasting gently, slow cooking, and sautéing with control. Do not let every protein become fried or burned. Your body needs nutrients, not just flavor. Rule number 1. Consistency beats brutality. This is the real secret. Not the hardest workout. The repeatable workout, not the perfect diet. The repeatable food pattern, not one intense week. Years of structure. Tom Cruise's body is not the result of 1 month. It is the result of decades of repeated discipline. And that is both uncomfortable and hopeful. Uncomfortable because there is no shortcut. Hopeful because you do not need to be perfect tomorrow. You need to start repeating better signals. Now imagine 2 men over 50. Both want to look younger. Both want more energy. Both want less belly fat. The first man searches for hacks. 1 week he tries a supplement. Next week he tries fasting. Then a detox. Then a workout challenge. Then he quits. He never builds a system. The second man does something boring. He cuts sugary drinks. He eats protein at breakfast. He walks after meals. He strength trains 3 times a week. He sleeps earlier. He reduces fried food. He keeps going. 6 months later, the first man is still searching. The second man is changing. That is the difference. Not knowledge, repetition. Now I want to speak directly to the person watching who feels older than they should. If your body feels heavy, slow, tired, and inflamed, do not immediately blame age. Look at the signals. What do you eat daily? How much sugar do you drink? How often do you eat fried food? How much protein do you get? Do you train muscle? Do you walk? Do you sleep? Do you manage stress? Do you know your blood pressure? Do you know your blood sugar? Do you know your cholesterol? Do you know your waist size? This is where transformation begins, not with fantasy, with honesty. Now here is a 7-day plan. Day 1, remove 1 sugary drink. Day 2, eat protein at breakfast. Day 3, walk 10 minutes after a meal. Day 4, replace 1 refined bread or pasta meal with protein and vegetables. Day 5, do a simple strength session. Chair squats, wall push-ups, resistance band rows. Day 6, avoid fried or processed junk for 1 full day. Day 7, go to bed 30 minutes earlier and notice how your body feels. Simple. Not easy, but simple. Now here's the 30-day Tom Cruise-inspired plan for people over 50. Week 1. Control sugar. No daily soda. No sweet coffee habit. No candy as stress medicine. Replace sweetness with berries or controlled fruit. Week 2. Control refined carbohydrates. Reduce white bread, pasta, pastries, and late-night starch overload. Build meals around protein and vegetables first. Week 3. Control fried and processed food. Cook at home more. Bake, steam, grill carefully, or slow cook. Stop letting fast food be normal. Week 4. Train function. Strength 2 or 3 days. Walk most days. Stretch daily. Practice balance. Sleep like recovery matters. By the end of 30 days, you may not look like Tom Cruise. That is not the point. The point is that your body will have received 30 days of better signals. And better signals create better direction. Now let me make this personal. Tom Cruise's lesson is not that everyone should live like a Hollywood action star. His lesson is that energy after 60 does not happen by accident. It is built, it is protected, it is trained, it is fed, it is repeated. If you want to look younger, move younger first. If you want to feel sharper, stop feeding your body fog. If you want less belly fat, stop giving your body daily sugar and fried food. If you want more stamina, train your heart. If you want more confidence, keep promises to yourself. Because confidence does not come from watching someone else's discipline. It comes from building your own. Now let us close with the 3 foods again. Refined sugar, high glycemic breads and pastas, fried and processed junk. These foods are not just about weight. They can affect energy, skin, cravings, blood sugar, inflammation, blood pressure, sleep, and how old your body feels. Avoiding them will not make you Tom Cruise overnight, but it may help you stop aging yourself faster than necessary. And that is powerful. If this video helped you, share it with someone over 50 who thinks looking and feeling younger is impossible. They may not need another celebrity story. They may need a wake-up call. They may need to know that aging is real, but surrender is optional. This video is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not personal medical advice and does not replace your doctor, dietitian, trainer, physical therapist, or healthcare team. Always speak with a qualified healthcare professional before starting a new diet, exercise program, supplement routine, or major lifestyle change, especially if you have diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, kidney disease, arthritis, balance problems, chest pain, severe shortness of breath, or any chronic medical condition. I am Dr. Adrian. Take care of your body, protect your energy, protect your future. And remember this, you do not need to be a movie star to age with strength. You need better signals, better food, better movement, better sleep, and enough consistency for your body to believe you.